right, the next idea that I want to talk about is this idea of posture from everywhere. So a lot of times we think about good posture and it really shows up in the closed guard. So if I'm in Benjamin's closed guard, everybody talks about posture from here, right? Head up, eyes to the horizon, that kind of stuff, especially if I get put in a triangle or something like that. But a lot of people don't necessarily think about posture from other positions. So even if I'm on bottom side control, real quick, I'll do a thing here where I'm gonna, or just not even deep half, just bottom half or bottom side to start. If I post on this foot a little bit, if I kind of curl up and crunch in a little bit, which a lot of us do in jiu-jitsu, because if you just give me some space for a second, if I'm shrimping, I'm curling up, so a lot of times we're kind of crunched in here. If I say crunched, then I just ask you to push me back flat to the mat. Benjamin can do it kind of easy, but if I pretend like there's like a nice big chest, like a string that kind of pulls my head up, I keep my chin over my chest, my shoulders open. Now he'll get me flat eventually, but if you try to bring me flat now, if you walk around Braxton towards my head a little bit, so you can see like my shoulders off the mat a little bit. If I crunch in like this, you can jump my shoulder to the mat. But if my posture's kind of open here, it's a little harder. And I can start to work my counter offense from there. Another example, if I'm in like deep half guard, same thing. If I'm crunched in like this, he can crunch my head, he can step over the top of my head. Yeah, exactly. I can lose him over the top. But if I open up my chest and keep my chin over my chest, right? I'm not like hurting his hip, but I am kind of isolating it a little bit. And now if he tries to move around my head, it's going to be hard. Yeah. And a lot of times you end up in situations where people sweep themselves kind of like that. One more example, and again, I want this to be like a template where you can start to lay different techniques on top of it. But one last example to show this posture thing is from 50-50 even. So if I'm in 50-50 and you're up on this knee, prop all the way up on it. Perfect. Again, if I'm kind of crunched in here and I'm thinking about spinning through the legs and I'm not thinking about my posture first, you can kind of like crush in on me a little bit. It's uncomfortable. You can pull up on the back of my head. But if I find my posture and I kind of open up a little bit, I can either knock you down or I can kind of keep you away. My posture's strong. And now as he's pushing in against his posture, I can slide underneath and start to find my offense. So no matter what position you're in, if you just pick your head up and open your shoulders, this idea of almost like expansion versus contraction, if you just find your posture almost anywhere you are in jiu-jitsu, you're going to be better served by that.